Okay, so we were talking about Fournier and her babies, and I got some visitors came, so I had to stop for a sec. So we're picking up where we left off. This is Thames and Loren, and she is a lady in waiting. There's no egg yet, but she's in the box, just waiting. So this is Bubba Jr. I took his girl out, Sif, because she was plucking. So, it wasn't terrible, but, you know, they didn't have enough down or anything. So their oldest chick is the green one, and he is disappointingly small. He is like 6 days older than those other two chicks, and they're like catching up to him in size. I don't know, he's like a dwarf or something. This is a Spangle. So this is Indus and Luna's second baby. I do not see any yellow coming in on there, so this is probably not a yellow face, but it's split too. But it's a Spangle, and it is split to gray wing, so it's for the rainbow line. And this is, who are you? Oh, you are, this is Scrappy and Fleur's youngest chick, who also seems to be a violet, but I have some things to show you on those two, let me tell you. And it does not seem to be a pied. So they're doing well, but again, she was going to get pulled on Friday anyway, so I just pulled her yesterday. And Bubba's an experienced cock, so he will keep feeding them and take really good care of them. But he will pick one to be his next mate if I don't break that cycle. So what I'm going to do is give these guys, they've got till Friday, so probably I'll pull the box on Friday and leave them in the bottom of the cage. And then on Saturday, I'm going to take both him and Indus over here with his little baby. Oh, he's in feeding him. And put them probably up in one of these top cages with no nest box together with all of their babies. And let them finish raising their babies together. And I think that will keep them from deciding that they're going to molest one of their daughters. I'll let you know how it goes. This is Scrappy and Fleur, and their babies are just stunning. Fleur's been very upset with me today, so I almost kind of hate to do this on this too, do it really fast. You see that? So, the oldest chick is my golden face. It's a sky blue, and it's gorgeous. And the other two are both opaline, surprise, surprise, which means they're girls. And that also means that Scrappy here is an opaline. Who knew? And I was always wondering if Scrappy was violet or gray that made his golden face end up looking gray-green. And I suspect he might be violet because the only chick I got from him that's a sky blue is the yellow face, the golden face one. All the rest of them are violets. And his hen is a cobalt. So if he was a violet, that would kind of make sense. And also it would be dark enough and of a color to end up looking gray-greenish underneath the yellow face. So thank you, boy, for giving me that one golden face chick that is a sky blue. He is going to be the one I go forward with. He had the snotty nose for a while, and I finally realized, you know, I'm going to have to start getting his head wet so he can clear the snot out of his feathers. He's not sick anymore, but his feathers were still all stiff and stuffed. So the reason he looks like that is because I just put water all over his head and pinched and scraped his feathers to get the snot out. So he's on the way to looking like a normal bird. So anyway, this is Lake and her ridiculous male Doyle. Of course, as far as I can tell, all three of their babies are green. I have a beautiful violet, and I get no violet chicks. But they are nice sized. The middle one started looking a little, what do you call it? A little splayed. Now these are going to be very large chicks, so that's kind of not surprising because a large bird requires more calcium. So I started them on liquid calcium in their water. Going to play a little catch up with them. The youngest one is really light colored. Could just be that his feathers aren't far enough out yet, but it could also be maybe he's a gray wing or something. I don't know. We'll see. But they all seem to have yellow tips on their pin feathers, so it is what it is. This is O'Connor and Clement. Now, O'Connor split to blue, and Clement is blue. So I was expecting to get at least one white base baby out of them. I did not. On the other hand, his brother, O'Dowd, is split to blue, but his hen I thought was green on green, and I got 2 white base babies out of him, so you never know. But anyway, I can hear her in there feeding them. Do you hear them? So I'm watching his hen because her date's coming up this Saturday to get pulled, and she's starting to get a little feisty about the nest box, spending too much time in there. So 2 of the things that I'm looking for when a hen is getting ready to flip, she has not been sleeping with these babies for a while. They're in the nest alone. She sleeps out with the cock, and they keep an eye on it, but she isn't in there sleeping with them. When she flips, she will want to start sleeping in the nest box again. Not to be with the babies, but because she's doing her lady-in-waiting and getting ready to lay an egg. And that's when the chicks start to be in danger, because some hens will attack the chicks to get them out of the nest. So she is really hovering in that box. So I'm going to start coming out in the last thing at night and making sure that she's still sleeping outside the box. And if she's in the box with the chicks at night in the dark, I will pull her. I need Dad to finish the job. And he is going to get paired with his brother because they are both within a couple of days of each other as far as when it's time to pull the hens and leave them on their own. So this is McCabe and Aerie, and they put together one. Aerie didn't start breeding him in a timely fashion, so she only had 2 embryos, and one of them fizzled. But they do have one happy, healthy little chick in there that looks like he's a normal like his dad and violet like his mom. And they ended up being a foster pair because they are not plucking their babies, thank you, Lord. So she has, who does she have? She has Fournier's oldest chick, which is smaller than the second chick, and she has Mist's baby, who really got plucked. Mist and Dolerite. So, if you take a look, this is Mist and Dolerite's chick. She actually plucked his tail feathers off. So, he's just now starting to grow them back. His tail, this is a chick that's 2 days younger than him. His tail should look like a fan instead of a little nub, but she had plucked it terribly. So, and this is their baby. He's a nice, big, violet baby boy. And I'm very pleased with him.
You're doing a good job, Aerie. She says, get out of my nest.
Sheesh. Hi, McCabe. You're very handsome. And these 2 are in here, and she is in that nest, which is good. So this is Unakite and Osmosis, and I really want them to make babies. This is their last try. So we'll see what happens, but fingers crossed.